White America. Yo, what's good? Welcome to a dose of Raagz episode. What the fuck episode is this dose?
32, bro.
30 fucking 2, man. You know what? We took a few weeks off. Jay's lost in fucking India. We haven't heard from this guy. Who knows? He could be fucking one of the street food vendors. He could be fucking, I don't know.
Jay's crossing the street right now.
He's still crossing the street. He took fucking 30 minutes to cross the street the other day, bro. Anyway. Yes. What is going on, Dose? I was just in New Jersey. I was there for 10 days, sick as a dog. Bro,
Hey, you're
I
such
tell
an
you what,
asshole.
there's nothing worse than fucking coming to fucking New Jersey for sorry for my cursing. For coming to New Jersey for 10 days and being sick the whole time because I decide I'm Mr. Macho. And guess what? I get there and 1 day later, 2 days later, there's a party and I'm sick and I'm drinking and I'm partaking. And guess what? I get sicker. Then I've got my niece's spring break. I'm hanging out with them, trying to hang.
Yeah.
And I'm getting sicker because I'm exhausted at the same time. Then I go out again and I'm still sick. And I just never gave myself a chance to fucking recover. I'm so mad, bro, because I'm still sick.
Well, a couple of things. First of all, can you turn off the music because I could hear it through the microphone. That's number one. And number two, very, very, very interesting moment when you were here was when our buddy gave you a sip of his beer, and then you took the sip of the beer, and then you handed it back to him, and you were all like, "I'm sick, but I'm not contagious."
I wasn't contagious. Anybody get sick? Listen, I was staying at my folks' house. They didn't get sick. My nieces didn't get sick. You didn't get sick. My brothers didn't get sick. Other family members didn't get sick. Anybody and everybody that I met was AKA first class, number one, hanging in. Bam!
Yeah, but you have to admit that was kind of funny because he was like, no, fuck it. You keep it. Keep the goddamn beer. I don't want it.
Okay, yes. But at the end of the day, he didn't get sick. I didn't get sick. No one got sick. And there was a lot. Yeah. Let me tell you something. That beer there was a lot more sharing and caring happening besides that beer. All right? I took a hit of a joint. I was like, oh, you know what I mean? Come on. Anyway. So.
Sharing is caring, buddy.
I got sick all week. I'm back in Redondo Beach. Listen, I'll tell you what. You know what's crazy, Dose? And I'm not lying about this. As I just saved the baby, not a baby, a seal on the ocean. Did I not?
Raagz Ventura, pet detective.
I saved the seal. He washed up on shore.
I'm really. You should have took a selfie. You could have, bro. You could have taken a selfie. You could have been a very safe distance away from it and still took a successful selfie with the seal.
Bro,
in the background.
I am a protector of I'm like the manimal. You know what I'm saying? I'm the protector of my environment. Bro, there's other lady, can't speak English, and she's fucking following the seal. I'm like, get out of here, bitch. You know, I was like waving her off. Get away from him. Get out of here. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I was really holding down the fort, bro.
You're the gatekeeper.
You know what? I'm sure. Listen, while we're talking, you'll play the video in the background showing. Look at this seal. Anyway, look, doesn't that feel weird, man? Because look, we are now falling apart as a country, one brick at a time, bro. I have the feeling in my stomach. I just said this to my boy. We have the same feeling in our stomach as we did in February 2020, right before the pandemic started. Do you feel that? Do you feel like just uneasy? Like
that kind of uneasy? No, actually, I don't, man. I really don't feel that uneasy the way you feel. You're waiting for the other shoe to fall. I'm not necessarily there, all right? I'm not the Dark Knight like you are right now.
Wait, you voted for Kamala. You already knew this was going to fucking happen.
Exactly. So, I mean, that's why I don't have the anxiety.
Let me ask you this. You don't have the anxiety that... Okay, number one, bro. Let's talk this. This guy has already kicked Elon out of the administration. He's already kicked out Peter Navarro, the guy who came up with his little tariff plan. He's already kicked out. He's going to kick out Hegseth now. Bro, this is the king of rush decisions, bro. Do you agree with that? This guy is the king of rush decisions. Let me ask you this. We are a country. We are the most powerful country in the world. Can we run on rush decisions? Bro, let me put it to you this way. Let me give
impulses? No.
No. And let me tell you what's going on, okay, in this country right now. This guy finds random people to take the head of jobs. Cash Patel. Who is that guy? And why is the head of the FBI? Has he ever freaking worked for the FBI?
Such a weirdo.
Insane, bro. He's showing up to UFC events. Bro, you know what? When I see him, I say delete India. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate that guy. But I'll tell you what. I work in finance on my day job, okay? Entry-level person that I help to get people, entry-level Ivy Leaguers to get jobs, right? Sometimes they're at entry-level, sometimes they have experience. And entry-level usually has to go through 5 or 6 rounds of interviewing, which takes 3 months, okay? 5 to 6 rounds of interviewing, it takes 3 months for a hedge fund to decide whether an entry-level kid is good enough for a position. They do their homework. 3 months it takes them to evaluate this junior individual. Trump makes a decision in like 5 minutes, bitch, for the head of the FBI, for the fucking national security on the line, bro.
There is only one main thing, one soft skill or hard skill that he looks for, and you know what that is. It's loyalty, blind loyalty. That's it, bro.
How far in you could go, right? That's what he looks. Actually, with him, it's like. But I'll tell you the story of the week. By the way, okay, this is why I think you're. Listen, here's the funny part. Actually, I'm going to go into. Let's go into this funny story first. Not funny, but Pope died. Guess what? J.D. Vance, aka the eyeliner goth wearer. A.K.A. Vito Jr., A.K.A. as Uncle Phil calls him, you fucking Puerto Rican whore, okay?
Some excellent AI photos of him all over the internet, too.
He's a vampire, bro, because he sucked the life
out of the Pope.
The Pope. Okay. The Pope, listen, the doctors were like, do not, bro. Do not go out. Save your strength. Save your strength. You can make it. You can live another year or two. He said, I got to do this, bro. I got to do this. I got to face the devil. You know what I mean? Like, this was it for him. The Pope said, look, it's Easter Sunday. He sacrificed his life after meeting J.D. J.D. Vance sucked the blood and the oxygen out of him. Bro, J.D. Vance is a leech. Look, his wife Usha, okay? His wife Usha is Indian. Usually we age pretty well, right? Okay? Look, show that picture of her. Show what she looked like. J.D. Vance is a bloodsucker. He's a life sucker, okay? Look at what he did to this poor woman, Usha. Usha. You know what? Usha is aging like Uma, bitch, okay? She ain't aging like an Indian person. You know, it looks a little like my mom. Like, you know, in a way. Like, bro. But my mom is goddamn almost 80 years old. This woman is younger than me. Get it out of here, bro.
He really did a number on her.
She's an embarrassment to Indians, bro.
He really did a number. And by the way, didn't the Pope survive like 2 or 3 pneumonias?
Yeah.
By the way,
the Pope had pneumonia like 3 days ago. He survived.
Yeah,
it.
and he couldn't survive fucking J.D. Vance.
J.D. Vance. He couldn't survive pudgy little white boy who stepped on his shit in the drain and fucking pushed him through. Sopranos. Bro, what is going on in our goddamn world? And listen, this is okay. By the way, excuse me, I'm still saying.
Oof,
this is the thing that pisses me off, bro. And this is really the thing that pisses me off. Okay? And I'm gonna tell you right now. You think, shit hasn't hit the fan yet, Anu. You're very naive. You're like every other American.
I didn't say that.
What'd you say?
I didn't say that. I didn't say you're naive.
I'm not worried.
You're waiting for the other shoe to fall out. I'm not.
Bro, I'm not worried. That's what you're saying.
I didn't say anything about worried.
You said you're not worried. You said
I expected this.
Okay.
No. Wait, no. Your question. Let's be very clear about this. Your question to me was,
no, I said,
are you the same feeling as February 2020? And I said, no, not that feeling.
Yes, the feeling.
I had no idea what to expect in February 2020. I have an idea what to expect now.
Okay, let me ask you this. So you thought when you voted in the election season, and you said, okay, Trump is going to be president, right? You thought that we would have no more due process in this country? Did you think that?
I knew it was possible.
Let me tell you.
I viewed him as an authoritarian. So what I'm saying is I'm not entirely shocked this is happening, is all I'm saying.
Dude, this is the biggest problem. Our Constitution is on the line, bro. Due process is
just
on
the
line,
beginning.
Bro. And let me
just
tell
the
you,
beginning.
as a brown man, I am scared to travel right now. I'm officially, I just traveled. Well, okay, don't touch me. Because I'll tell you what. Guess who's getting pulled down? Mexicans, they're getting searched immediately. And they put me through. I'm TSA approved, thank God. You know what I mean? But as a former criminal, I'll tell you what. I am scared to travel the country, and I'm scared to travel the world. As someone who's been arrested before, someone who has a record, I am scared, bro. I'm telling you genuinely, I'm carrying my passport around because I feel like we are being targeted. Bro, I looked over, Mexicans ain't got it easy right now, bro. They're obviously, bro, listen, you don't know what I'm seeing out here right now.
You didn't do time for anything for a violent crime, though.
So what if I did do time for either Kilmar Garcia was never arrested in his life, you moron?
I'm just saying, man. You didn't do anything violent.
Kilmar Garcia is sitting in a jail. He's sitting in a isolation in El Salvador, correct? Correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Did he commit a crime?
I don't know.
No, he didn't.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if he committed a crime.
This should be the biggest thing. Your kids are half Latino, Latina. You are a brown man from Iran. They're half Iranian.
Are you trying to convince me? Are you trying to convince me that I should be scared right now? Is that what
you should be paying attention to the Kilmar Abrego Garcia case? Because let me tell you what's fact.
I hear both sides of these. I hear both extreme sides.
And let's go through those sides right now.
All
the fact is, Ferdos. The fact is, okay. People are saying he's MS-13 because he was found in a Home Depot parking lot with 3 other individuals. Ferdos, let me ask you this. Do MS-13 hang out at the Home Depot parking lot looking to work 12 hours a day for $10 an hour?
Sure.
No, are you out of your mind? MS-13 is controlling the drug trade.
I know.
Trafficking. They're not waiting at Home Depot, working, sweating, working the hardest you can work. It is like being a slave for $10, $15 an hour. Bro, I had Mexicans move me from one apartment to the other. They broke their backs for fucking $20 an hour, bro, cash. Okay? They sacrificed probably a few days out of their life because they were lifting so hard, bitch. And they fucking were sweating. They were doing everything they do. They are the hardest working people in the world. You guys know it. I know. Okay.
You're really handy like Jay right now, buddy.
Bro, due process is on the line. The United States Constitution is on the line. Bro.
I think, all jokes aside.
What your conservative people say, listen, he's protected status, okay? And listen, he might be MS-13. Look at the pictures of this fucking guy. By the way, he's at Home Depot looking for work, okay? That's a good father, okay? No one wants to stand outside Home Depot, and hopefully get a shitty fucking labor job. Show the picture. Okay, if you Google Kilmar Garcia, show the picture. Okay, while you're doing that, tell me, what do your conservative friends say? He's MS-13, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you know what? You know what? To be fair, I haven't had a conversation about him with my conservative friends yet. I haven't. I just haven't.
What do you mean you haven't?
We haven't had a conversation.
Exactly. All right, there you go. Because you know why that is? Because anybody with 2 cents and a brain sees a person that's never been charged in an actual crime. Yeah, he had a restraining order on him, but that don't mean shit, okay? Let me tell you something, okay? Listen, a restraining order can come with criminal charges, and then, okay, I would be like, okay, the guy's got some charges on him, okay? This is what you Google when you see Kilmar Garcia, right? Do you see anything that looks like, now show what happens if you Google MS-13. Okay? What happens when you Google MS? I'm just fired up about this shit, man. And I'll tell you, it's because our rights are on the line. As someone who, again, is a little bit worried about the way the government looks at me because of, I have a past from over 20 years ago, whatever, right? I'm someone who, bro, are you hearing about American citizens getting held for 10 days? 10 days.
Yeah, that's out of control, man.
Okay, imagine me and you are going overseas. We're not going to say where. We're going overseas. So when we come back and they hold you, now you're all of a sudden they're holding you for a few days. Okay, this is what comes up when you this is they all have face tats. MS-13, all of them always have face tats, and they have tats all over their body,
except for him.
Except, dude, Garcia, he looks like a pudgy stuffed toy. Okay, does he not? Does he look? Which one thing? If I showed you this photo lineup and I said, "What one thing does not look like the other?" What are you going to tell me?
Which photo doesn't belong
if
here?
If I showed up to a 5-year-old kid and I say, "What doesn't belong there?" What are they going to show me? They're going to show me pudgy Garcia, right? Okay, little cute, little pudgy.
Not him.
Pudgy doughboy. That is Garcia. Oh, not him. That guy's. I don't know. He's got blood dripping down his face. I mean, that's the last guy I want to see when I enter the United States of Customs, and then you're going into a holding area, and that guy is there with me, bro. What am I gonna
Game
do,
over.
Bro?
Game over.
And he sees my bald head. He's like, he shuts it. I have to
what
show
up,
him, and then he sees this tat. He gets all confused because he has no idea what country that is.
What do you think he'll do when he sees the bald head? He thinks you're a cholo, and then he sees the tattoo.
Bitch, I'll be like, I'm fucking JD Vance. I don't know what I'm gonna say to him. I don't know. I'm gonna say nothing. I'm gonna look on the ground, and if the guy swings on me, then I gotta do what I gotta do, right? I'm gonna be like, no, panty. You know how they say it? No picky panty. no picky panty. No picky panty. Oh God! But so I mean, look. Can you admit, man, that guy should not be in jail right now, bro? He should.
Yeah, I could.
Listen, I'm not saying. I think he's a good guy based on the fact that I looked at the guy. He doesn't have any tats. Trump think he got MS-13. He got a weed leaf. Okay, by the way, this we can relate to. No, he got a weed leaf on his thing. That's what they say. The MS starts.
Is that what it is? A weed leaf?
M, and that's M. Come on, bro. Weed smokers are usually just too tired and too high to go out and, use their shank on the motherfucker. You know what I mean? Because they're, come on, man.
So do you buy the fact that originally he got deported because of a clinical error?
I think.
And what is your theory on that? Like, did he really go out? Did he really get deported as a result of clinical error, or was it premeditated?
Yes. Listen, the Trump administration admits we made a mistake. We made a huge. We made it clear, but he entered this country illegally. Now he is in El Salvador. So now El Salvador, because of where he is, has control of him. He's out of the United States jurisdiction. The reason I say we need to pay attention to this case is because the Supreme Court has ruled against Donald Trump. The Supreme Court is saying you cannot deport any more Venezuelan migrants without due process. Okay? Some of these people are innocent. We are the United States of fucking America, where you're innocent until proven guilty, especially as a citizen, especially under protected status, which is Kilmore Garcia's status. Okay? Look, I'm not saying I know the guy, but give him his trial. Bro, the guy's sitting in jail. He's got kids. He takes care of those kids. What MS-13 gang member, that holds their kid like that in a picture in public? They don't. Even if they show their kids love, there's no pictures of it. Because MS-13 maintains a hard stance that they're the toughest motherfuckers in the world. Have you ever seen MS-13 holding his baby? A public picture of that?
No, I haven't seen. I haven't seen any in person that I can remember recently, at least.
You can Google the internet. They're usually not holding their babies in a loving manner. Okay, bro. I'm telling you, bro. The fact is the right has so much propaganda. This guy's MS-13. He's never been arrested, bro. Never been arrested.
Is that a proven fact?
And you and me are more criminal than him. Okay.
Is it a proven fact that he?
Yes, he has no arrest record. He was detained and taken for loitering. Okay. He was at a Home Depot with 3 other individuals who might be gang affiliated. Why is that his responsibility? They're sitting in the parking lot looking for work, right? They get picked up for loitering. Dose. You understand what loitering is, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, but do you know when loitering was created? Loitering was created when slavery ended. You know that? And when black men were hanging out, trying to figure their lives out. Because guess what? Now they have to find jobs. Now they have to integrate into society, and it's fucking completely impossible. So now when they're outside, the United States government, the police, comes up with a charge called loitering. So if you're hanging around outside, you can get charged for loitering. I swear to God, this is a part of the United States government control, which they started implementing on black people to begin with. And you can ask any historian that's a fact. Okay? So think about it. The same charge, loitering, that they created for black people who were just freed as slaves to pick them up and put them back in jail.
Right? Is what he got.
Is what they got him at, and then they dropped that shit because it's a bullshit charge. The guy was looking for work at Home Depot. Bro, Dose, have you ever been to Home Depot?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever felt scared for your life because MS-13 was hanging out at Home Depot?
No. But the Home Depot is also notorious. Some Home Depots are notorious for having illegal immigrants kind of like hang out there and wait for work for the day.
But that's what they were doing. Yes. Are they ever dangerous?
No, they're just looking for work.
Exactly.
And they probably don't have, and they're probably undocumented. They're probably undocumented.
So let me ask you this: in your honest of hearts, that guy, we know the world, is that guy MS-13?
Probably not. I have no reason to believe he is, bro.
That guy looks like he went to Rutgers, Newark, got a networking degree, and is trying to find a job, bitch.
He looks like he got a barber on French Street over there in New Brunswick or some shit.
Exactly, bro. He looks like he's just trying to get by. He's just trying to order his little coffee from Dunkin' Donuts and trying to go about his day.
He looks like he could have went to our high school, as a matter of fact. Our high school was really diverse.
Very diverse, So
he looks like he looks exactly like someone from our high school, actually.
Bro, it's just.
I didn't want to name drop him.
I feel like a combination of people from our high school. But I mean, look, I just think that when we have due process on the line, that's everything. That's our democracy, bro. That's our democracy, man. And people that have watched here that have maybe fought charges and maybe they were guilty of one thing, but they got charged with another. Maybe they added extra charges. Maybe the system kept you enslaved into, there's like like they got their hooks in you, right? Because that's what they did.
I agree with everything you're saying, and for some reason I'm not as enraged as you are, and I really wonder why. Is it because I kind of somehow in the back of my head kind of expected shit like this to happen? I wouldn't have predicted this specific guy, this specific incident, or all the entire sequence. Okay. But here, speaking to my conservative friends from before, I guess I'm not exactly shocked to hear this crap.
Listen, due process. Republicans are saying we need due process. Kennedy, okay? A senator, a Republican is saying it was a big blunder. Whenever he said something like that by the Trump administration. Listen, bro, I should not be afraid as a brown man to walk the fucking streets.
It's not a debate.
Do I got my passport on me? Do I got my copy of my passport on me? I didn't think it would get this bad.
Are you really that's how you're thinking right now when you walk around? You be stressing about fucking carrying a passport around? Are you serious, Raagz?
About traveling. Yes, I just traveled, bro. I'm telling you.
No. I know. I'm not talking about travel. I'm talking about you said you were walking in the streets and you were looking for your passport.
Ain't that enough, bitch? I got it on me, right? So I'm thinking about it, right?
Just to walk around your neighborhood?
Yes, it's required by H-1Bs and people that are green card holders. Now they have to carry their fucking passport on them.
You're not an H-1B or a green card.
But how do I prove that, Dose? By showing my passport. Or they're gonna say, okay, Anu, we're gonna detain you until we figure it out. Do you think I want to go through that? You're saying yes. It's highly unlikely, but it is happening to people every day, Dose. That's what I'm explaining to you. It's for 10 days.
All right, so answer this question: Are you overly paranoid, or am I just oblivious?
You're oblivious because let me tell you right now, this looks small. Because let me tell you, if Kilmar Garcia was your wife's cousin, it would be a whole different world to you.
He could have easily been.
Exactly.
I'm not downplaying it. I'm not downplaying it.
This was representing our democracy. The United States of America is the best country in the world, or it was. Right? I still believe it is. I still believe we can come out of this on top. Okay? But our rights are on the line, bro. It's just like Scarface said, give me my fucking rights, man. What do you say? Listen, man, political prisoner. That word is scary. Okay? Look, man, my fear is this. My fear is that they start putting American citizens into El Salvador. My fear is that, yes, the Supreme Court is standing up and we are having what our checks and balances are, they've been put to work. But Trump ain't listening to nothing, bro. Dude, Kilmar Garcia's kids are crying for him. I'll guarantee you that every night. Okay? Where's daddy? Okay?
Feel awful for those kids. Feel awful for him.
There's other people like this that are currently being detained as well that are steps away from losing their freedom. And I honestly know it ain't funny, but fuck, man. This scared. I'm telling you, as a brown man, I am a little bit worried. And I'll tell you, when the brown men are first, guess who's next? The black people. They're coming for you all. They're coming for after that. Maybe, I don't know who else, but everybody.
Anyone that's not white, possibly.
Look.
Right?
I'm so happy I'm TSA approved. Because, listen, that goes.
How about global entry? You got that?
No, bitch. I need to get that. I don't think I can get it. I think I'm only valid for TSA. But look, I'm just saying, bro. All right, let's go to some lighter shit. Listen, just believe in the fact that we have to stand up for ourselves. The revolution, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm scared. I'm literally listen. I know you're saying, "Are you really scared, Raagz?" I am worried. Okay, this is how every single nightmare starts. Okay, it starts with one. It's a domino effect. It starts with a leader deciding that he's not listening to anyone but himself. Okay? You know what's going to happen next? Play that clip of Putin in the gyms. Because this is what's going to happen next. I'm scared, man. I'm not fucking around either, bro. I'm worried about our freedoms. I'm worried about the United States of America because for the first time, you got to be careful as a brown man that, look, you have to have your ID. You have to have your shit together. You got to be able to show, right? You have to prove you have status in this country, of legal status. Okay. So this is what they're doing in Russia. Play the whole screen. Can you play the whole screen?
Snatching up guys from the gym.
You know what? I kind of want to see, because a lot of these muscleheads are conservative. What I want to see is Trump go into one of these fucking swole gyms, pick up a bunch of fucking redneck muscleheads or Jersey muscleheads who are extremely right wing. I don't want to see their reaction because that is what it's like when you have a king, when you have a dictator. You're in the gym working out, you're doing you're fucking getting make sure your under your nipples looks good, right? And before you fucking know it, they're putting you in a fucking headlock, okay? And you're being taken to the war, okay? So that's what it looks like to be under a dictator. And we're headed there. Listen, I don't care what anybody says. This is how it starts.
That's crazy, though, man. Coming into the gym and just snatching them up and then just enlisting them.
Bro,
wow.
Listen, for all me and you know, Jay could be snatched up by customs right now. And they're looking at Jay's podcast clips and they're going, yeah, this guy's definitely a piece of shit.
Jay's podcast clips.
No, I mean, listen, he's all right. But look, let's go to some lighter stuff. All right. One thing I found funny, let's load up. What's going on with Justin Bieber, man? Can you load him up?
Yeah, what was up with that kid, man?
Show him at Coachella. Bro, you know, I've never seen a guy look so, like, emotionless, but so defeated all at once. And it's not funny because I've been there, bro. I have been there in life when you're down and out, when you're so depressed, bitch, when you don't want to get out of bed, when everything's hitting you. But this guy's got a newborn baby, okay? Like, you figure he would be happy that he created life. And he sees this child, and it's like, bruh, that's amazing what I've done. Every single video of him looks like he did so much Molly that he can't even comprehend his emotions anymore. Like, he's just numb to everything around him because he overdid the Molly. And, you know, serotonin is stretched. There he is. There he is. He looks like, you know, like, it looks like he's not having fun. Let me put it that way. He just looks,
so bad.
He looks burnt. Bro.
He looks so bad.
I tell you, I've been there. I've been down and out. But I stayed in my crib. I pulled the blanket up over my head. I called Papa John's. I ordered some cheese sticks, some wings. You know what I'm saying? I went and got a whole box of chocolate. I got the whole chocolate chip. I got the chocolate chip cookie cake from Papa John's, bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I ate in my bed. I got the crumbs all over me in the bed. I was laying in crumbs, depressed. And that's what he should be doing. And that he should.
He looks so miserable.
He got to dance in front of a billion people.
God, he looks so miserable.
Bastard, bro. Why is he going to Coachella?
Is Coachella overrated, by the way?
I've never been there. I don't know. I went to Ulta in Miami. That was all right. The only festival I've ever been to is Ulta, Miami. That was fun. Actually, I met Derek Jeter, Jamie Foxx.
Together?
Derek Jeter, Jamie Foxx at the same place, Pearl, Miami. And one more fucking...
They were together?
Jamie Foxx, Derek Jeter, and... Fuck, who else was the last guy? I'm so burnt.
Not as burnt as me right now, buddy.
I ain't lying. All right. Oh, get who back? That lady from Pakistan. Show her. Yeah. And she does some weird head shit in a green dress. Show that shit. What's this shit? Bro.
Respect to the law, respect to halal, respect to luar. Period. Respect to the law, respect to halal, respect to luar.
So respect to the law, respect to halal, and respect to luar.
Oh my God.
Brown Legacy Entertainment. Bitch,
Business inquiries.
You know what? A couple months ago, she was going with no visa. She was going from fucking Pakistan to Dubai, and now here we are a few months later, bitch. And she can't get nowhere. Going to let her on a plane, bitch. But now she has management. She got Hollywood management, bro. So she's good. She's golden. Golden pony. All right, that's the episode. God damn it.
She's got nothing on her YouTube channel yet.
Of course not. Her and her husband are doing a reality show. She's going. By the way, she's going back to Pakistan, and they're meeting up.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Of course, as soon as she as soon as she got management, that motherfucker's like, all right, I'm back.
Yeah, man. Cash in now, boy. Cash in now.
It ain't getting any easier, bitch.
No.
I'm about to pop 50 milligrams, call it a day, and pretend I'm in a bunker, bitch. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's what you need, bitch. I'm with the blanket on. I got 3 blankets on my bed. I got, you know what I mean? Got my flashlight going deep.
Raagz, you should pin you should add your passport picture to your iPhone wallet.
Bitch, it's sitting there. You know, I'm
add it as a wallet.
You know, I'm
so
getting
they just
tattooed right here, bitch. I'm gonna get tattooed. Fuck, man. Oh, all right, bro.
All right, everyone. A dose
bro.
of Raagz. ADOUSRAAGZ. YouTube, Instagram.
Remember what I said about your
TikTok.
rights. Like, subscribe, do something, man. We're desperate. We're up to fucking 24 listeners.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Peace.
Love you guys.